What's up, everyone? It's Mark with Leveled Up here with you for another round of Ask a Life Coach. Let's see what you've got for me today. Today's question says, what am I supposed to do when I'm surrounded by idiots? I don't know why that question is cracking me up. It's a fantastic question. Thanks for asking it. It's tough to be a human surrounded by other humans. Humans can be frustrating and they can be difficult and they can seem idiotic. I guess maybe the first step is to acknowledge the extent to which we are all idiots. I think that can build a lot more empathy and compassion. So if you're going through life with this sort of, I know everything, but I'm surrounded by all these other stupid motherfuckers approach, that's going to be really difficult and it's going to be really frustrating. And, you might be a really intelligent person and you might just, it might bother you that other people maybe just aren't getting things that seem obvious to you. But I think, empathy is the direction that I want to take this. So as you study the brain and you study cognitive bias and you learn more about the ways in which, our own brains can really trick us. So, we have self-serving biases, we have confirmation bias. There's a lot of ways in which we're all sort of wired to think we're maybe a bit smarter than the people around us. Like, how could they possibly think this? It's so obvious they're wrong. Well, that's really what confirmation bias does. So understanding that we all have biases, we're not great at self-assessing, we're not great at assessing others either. So maybe we refrain a little bit from calling everybody else an idiot. And, we just recognize that everybody is on a journey and, wherever they're at, we can learn from them, whether they kind of teach us, what we don't want to do or how we don't want to be, or whether maybe we thought they were idiotic, but sometimes, the ideas that seem crazy actually end up, really resonating or adding value to us. So remaining open to possibilities, but also, you don't have to let people further into your world than you want to. I mean, you're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to carve out time for yourself, so you're allowed to do that self-care thing, which is probably maybe the best recommendation I can give to somebody who's maybe feeling frustrated by everybody else around them is do the self-care thing. Know how to say no when you need to. Know the types of things that recharge your batteries and make them a regular part of your life. Get enough sleep because people are going to be way more frustrating to you if you are sleep deprived, of course. So, just do those kinds of things. Get exercise, find joy. And, sometimes these small things can just make the rest of life, including maybe other people's difficult personalities, a lot easier to handle. So be open, be forgiving, give people the benefit of the doubt. Try not to be critical when you can. And when you can't build those bridges, then really just focus on yourself and your own needs, I think is where I would go with that. So I hope you find that helpful. It's a really interesting question. I'm sure a lot of people can relate or maybe feel that way, but when in doubt, compassion. So you don't have to think somebody is intelligent to be kind to them. And oftentimes when, we put kindness into the world, just a lot of really good things happen. So when in doubt, even when people are maybe driving you a little bit crazy, lead with kindness. And I also always recommend just taking expectations out of it. So, if you're expecting people to behave one way and then they're behaving another way, that can really throw you for a loop. But if you can go into these interactions without expectations and just wait and see how it goes, how it unfolds, remain curious, remain open, remain flexible, my guess is you're a lot more likely to maybe get that, I'm surrounded by idiots feeling popping up into your head. Maybe. That's the best I've got for you. I do hope you find that helpful. Thanks for submitting it. Thanks for joining me, everybody, in this session. I can't wait for the next one, and I'll see you all there.